Sometimes I look at my dogs before I leave for work and think that if I come back as something, I'd like to come back as a dog in an upper middle class family.
Welcome back and happy Tuesday, turkeys. How long have we known each other?
We've known each other for 2 decades.
I am not apologizing for who I am or what I like or the people that I love.
How do I be a wife? How do I be a mom? And how do I be myself and all of that? You didn't see that coming, did you?
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. We're back with another randomized episode, but I've pre-selected before we got on here so as not to flim-flam around for too long, since we've already exhaustively covered playing 5 ideas via the website.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, then you have missed some episodes and you need to go back and listen.
And also the link to play 5 ideas will be in the comments. No, what's the word? Description.
The caption, whatever.
Okay, today we are answering the question, what animal would you be if you were reincarnated back into one?
Well,
No, dude, this is your question. This is some Kayla shit right here.
Wait, did we talk about this with, wait, no, maybe this is a separate question. Do they have to be mammals or, like you can't come back as like an insect? We're talking about animals.
I mean, you could come back as an insect. I don't know why you would want to.
No, I wouldn't want to. What an interesting question. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, my initial thought is that I would want to come back as an elephant because they seem smart and nice and peaceful and cute. But I'd like to designate that I live in some type of not enclosure, but one of the like wildlife preserves in Africa. Excuse me. So that I'm protected because I don't really want someone to kill me for my tusks.
Okay, that's fair.
Also, they live forever. They probably communicate with people. Their ears are cute.
Wait, if we could go, well, that wouldn't work. If we were reincarnated however many years ago, we could be woolly mammoths. But
oh, that would be fun. I could be a
right?
fuzzy elephant. I would rather
Yeah.
live in a cold climate than a hot climate, if we're being honest.
Well, here's my thing with like animals and big ones like that. I just can't stand the amount of flies that land on them. And I feel like that would really bug me. Do you know what I mean? Because my first thought was like lion, or like a cheetah or a tiger or something where I have control with my legs so that I can go fast if I want to, but like I can also sleep a lot and I don't want to be in a zoo, but like just out in the wild. But then my other thought was the flies. So instead of that, maybe even though the ocean terrifies me, maybe if I came back as a dolphin, it wouldn't be so scary.
Yeah, I was going to say a dolphin would also be a pretty solid one.
Dolphin
They're
would be
fun,
cool.
they're social, they play.
I don't want to be in SeaWorld again. I don't want to be in captivity or tagged, but I would just like to roam free in within my, because they have more intelligence, right, than some aquatic animals. So
I think they have some more intelligence than some people I know.
Well, I feel like that'd be cool. I would be a little annoyed that I don't have legs, but like they go fast and they're in the water, and I could just, if I got reincarnated, I wouldn't remember having legs. So I think that'd be fine.
Right? Also, how many times did you pretend to be a dolphin as a kid in the water?
That's true.
Was that just me?
No, I did. I did that too. I think that and the George Washington hair was like a part of our childhood.
Those are iconic pool activities. What else was I thinking of that would be interesting? It would be cool to be something that flies.
Yes.
Like
What
some
if you
kind of large bird.
could you be a bald eagle? Because then you're protected.
Well, that's true. The idea of like eating something raw sounds pretty
What do they eat
wretched to
that's
me.
raw? Like a worm?
No, animals.
Bald eagles, like they're not vultures though. Do they eat raw animals?
Yeah, fish.
Oh, you're right.
So then I was thinking maybe some type of tropical parrot, and they just eat nuts and berries. Not one that is in somebody's house in Key West.
Or on the sidewalk of a all-inclusive resort that is there for show.
I don't know if there's anything I find more disturbing than people that walk around with a parrot on their shoulder, just in the public.
But what if you're like, hey, I want to be reincarnated as a parrot, and then And then you like get reincarnated as like a pirate's parrot, and you're like on a ship, matey. Is that the parrot or is that a different bird?
Yeah, no, you're good. I'm a
Yeah,
cup. No,
yeah,
I'm good.
no, yeah.
I sometimes I look at my dogs before I leave for work and think that if I come back as something, I'd like to come back as a dog in an upper middle class family
But do
because
we have control of where we go? Like if you're like a dog, but and that was it. Like those were the only stipulations.
yeah, if
You
those
could
are
come
the
back as
only
like a stray
stipulations,
dog.
then I'd rather come back as a dolphin or an elephant where I'm large and I think I could hopefully get away from someone. Also, I'd like to think that I've at least done enough decent things in my life that I would not be reincarnated as an elephant in a zoo. You know what I mean? Seems like seems
Yeah,
like that's the shit end of the stick that other people get.
that's true. A dog is a good one. I would
Just
still say also like like what about just like a koala bear or something? They're just like chilling for the most part.
oh yeah, how pandas just roll
Yeah.
around and eat bamboo all day.
Like what's an animal that doesn't have a lot of predators?
Other
Who
predators.
eats a koala,
I don't know.
right? Like
I
or a
just can't
lemur?
stop thinking about how much it must be nice to be my dog Clyde, who loves his dots, his dog dots. He lives for his dog food. He eats the same
Oh,
thing every day. And he just
loves it.
30 in the morning, he starts tippy tapping around my room. Just so
Boom, boom,
ready to
boom.
eat the same shit he's eaten every other day of his life. And then he just has no responsibilities. He just flops around. He
That
lays
would be
down and
nice.
sighs as if the literal weight of the world is on his shoulders.
Okay, cats also are very like just they don't do anything unless they want to. So would you come back as a cat?
I don't know, dogs just seem like they have more fun.
I feel you.
I mean, my cat seems like she has more mischief
Yeah.
now that we've been letting her out. She realized that I was trying to bring her in at night. There's no predators here. So one night she caught on and then ran across the street and sat on my neighbor's porch and just stared at me. And I was like, bitch, I'm not going to go get you from the neighbor's house. So I was like, fine, you can stay outside all night. And now it's like her favorite. I think she sleeps all day long and then she just is a cat
Goes
of the night, runs the town,
she
comes back
runs
in the
like the
morning to be fed.
neighborhood?
I don't think she goes that far, but she probably stays like around the couple houses of ours of the neighbors. But
That's
she's usually
crazy to
really
me.
lovey and I can pick her up and she purrs and she loves you and she'll sit by you. Not at night, man. The sun goes down and I'll try to pick her up and she squirms her whole way out and then runs to the bushes.
Maybe she's a witch.
I know. I mean, I think they're nocturnal animals sometimes. It's
Oh,
hot as shit outside during the day, so it also makes sense to conserve your energy and lay around and then act like a lunatic at night, which this is not related, but also I feel like being a black bear might be a pretty good deal.
which are the ones that eat a lot of fish, salmon? I don't want to be them. Have you seen the videos of like parasites hanging out of their assholes?
No, but I think
Sure.
black bears get that too. I think it just, I
Blah.
don't know. I know you have to, if you're going to eat bear meat, you have to be very judicious about cooking it to the correct temperature, or will more than likely get trichinosis, which I think might be also called spaghetti butt.
Goodness, Kaylee, it's too early for that. Okay. I think I'm gonna pick a dolphin. We're just let's go back there. I think I'm gonna pick a dolphin, but also hold on, going back to your cat. That's crazy that she just runs around and you trust her to just come back in the morning.
This is the difference between cats and dogs.
That's
The
wild.
survival instinct has been preserved in felines. Dogs, I mean, if I let my
Oh,
dog if my dog got out of the yard for 5 seconds, I don't think my dog would come back alive. I mean, for one, I'd have
that's
to go get
stressful.
my dog
Yeah, yeah.
because they're a full idiot. But they don't have any self-preservation. There's no way they could find food. There's no way they would just chase people around and bark at them. Actually, one time, this is an unrelated fun story. Kitty Corner or Catty Corner, depending on where you're from, is one of our delightful neighbors. And one day I was not home. Jason was apparently weed eating or doing something to the landscaping and didn't realize that he left the gate open. And he had one of those weird moments where you look up and he saw my neighbor and two dogs like barking and jumping around
Oh
by
gosh.
him. And he was like, haha, that's funny. He's being barked at by two random dogs. And then like a full second later went those are my dogs.
Yep.
But that's what I mean. They would just go get into mischief. I don't think they would. I know for a fact one of them would run out in the middle of the road because whenever I walk him on a leash, he tries to pull me into the road as cars are coming.
Yes. I can't control the dumbness of I love dogs. But sometimes I'm like, oh my God, you're making it so much harder for all of us. Would you just like not try to run into the street or whatever the case is, you know? Because yeah, that's crazy. Like going to sleep knowing your cat or your, let's just say pet is running around outside. I would be like so nervous, but I guess cats are different, or at least most of them.
Yeah, she's just of the streets. I don't know. She's there she hears us. She kind of knows the time of the day that we leave for the gym. So she'll be coming up the steps as I'm coming out the front door to feed her.
That's wild.
I don't think she goes that far. I know for a fact. So my neighbor across the street the other way doesn't like animals, but is a vegetarian. So I'm like, what's the motivation of being a vegetarian if you hate animals?
That is
What's
weird.
the payoff? Anyway,
Maybe he just doesn't want anything to do with them, like in real life or on his plate.
Yeah, right. Just, I feel like if you hate animals as much as it seems like he hates animals, you would want to eat them exclusively. Anyway, she apparently figured out that he doesn't like animals because she exclusively poops in his yard.
Is he gonna get mad at y'all for that?
But I watched her multiple days now. She'll cross the street. She'll go in one of his planters. She'll dig a little hole and poop, cover it back up, and come back to our house.
You know, the more you tell me about your cat, I feel like I could come back as a cat. I could be annoying like that, but then come home and still, like, if I wanted to, I could just lay there and be petted and be like, yeah. But then also get into some shit and have some freedom.
Yeah. There's
As much as I don't
some
like cats, I feel like I would be not mad if I came back as a cat.
Well, if you weren't allergic to yourself,
Yeah.
I do feel like there's a certain energy to a cat of like, I will like you on my terms when I
Yeah.
feel like it. We'll see. I don't
Depends on
know.
the
This is the
day.
first cat I've ever had that I've had a positive rapport with because most that I know are demons from hell. She's very weird. And of course, true to form of every animal that I bring back into this house, she likes Jason better.
Is she really? Well, Jason is like the animal
I
whisperer.
know. Makes cat noises. She will literally come. She'll be outside. I'll sit on the front porch. She's like, cool. Jason will come sit out there, and she sits on his lap. You
My.
ho, he didn't even watch you.
How do you make cat noises?
Oh no, he like fake meows, fake purrs.
He can fake purr.
The other day, he got into an argument with a squirrel. There's a squirrel that's been eating these acorn things and throwing the shards on our back patio, which is sharp as shit if you're walking barefoot out there, as I traditionally do. The Legos have nothing on these acorns. He was sitting out there at the table and a squirrel literally like threw a nut down at him. And I'm promising you that he sat there and made squirrel noises back and forth with the squirrel and it kept throwing shit at him for like 10 minutes.
Okay. First of all, that's hysterical. Second of all, if anyone has actually been in this
An
process
animal?
of reincarnation of an animal, is Jason.
I know.
Probably multiple times. If he's
He's probably been a squirrel and he's probably been a cat and he's probably been
a deer.
Oh yeah, I forgot about his damn deer noises he makes. I always want to get these things on video, but he tells me that I'm not allowed to video record him, and now whenever he does them, he looks for me to have my phone. So even if I'm just scrolling on Instagram, I have to put my phone down if I want to continue to watch his interaction because he thinks he's being recorded.
You need to get the meta glasses and just sly record.
Do you think someday the meta glasses are going to grow thorns and then implant themselves into your head?
Well, that's terrifying. I wouldn't be surprised. That should be our new logo.
That should be
Wouldn't be surprised.
That
A
should
shirt.
be
A
that
mug.
should be a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah. Oh, that's creepy. Or what if you're in the metaverse or meta land? What do you call it? And you like get stuck.
Yeah, then you don't know.
Like,
and then the Matrix is real.
Or like we were talking about last week with dreams, what if you get stuck in a dream? We're very off topic today, but these are all great Black Mirror episodes.
Free association episode that no one was expecting.
Okay, I've landed on dolphin.
That's where you're staying.
Or a cat.
I know, the more I talk about it,
I know,
being a cat
right?
does sound kind of fun. Specifically buying a cat.
Yeah.
You know what
I
else
wanna
she
be a
does?
post.
She sits right in front of the window that the dogs look out of.
What a pig.
They can see her just sit there. I have a newfound
She's on the
appreciation for
outside?
cats. Oh, yeah. I always knew they had attitude. I just really think I've had some mean ones. I had one that jumped out and used to scratch me all the time as a kid. I had one that used to come in my room and then I like couldn't move under my bed at night because he would jump on my head and scratch me.
Oh my god.
He was
I
so
remember you
mean. I
telling
used
me
to
about
cry.
this.
Yeah, Moses.
Yeah,
He was
I
so
don't.
mean.
That was his name, Moses?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't remember
That's
that
what I
part.
named him. An orange tabby, and I named him Moses. I must have been, I think, you know what? I probably got that cat like around the time I was obsessed with the Prince of Egypt movie.
Okay, that tracks, I guess. Yeah, some cats they've got a 2 that's off the Richter scale, like too much. Like, don't be a bitch. But if you're gonna be like sassy, sarcastic, like, "Ooh, let me just poke fun at some things," then I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's okay.
No, yeah. Unrelated, my mother-in-law has a cat named Lovey. It could not be the most inappropriate name of a cat. She's so hateful. We just had to clip her claws because she kept jumping out at my mother-in-law and scratching her. And when you're older,
That
your
makes
skin
them.
is thinner. It's not ideal to be getting cat scratches all day long.
Oh, don't they carry
It took
diseases?
3 of us. It took me, Jason, and my sister-in-law to hold down Luppy so that we could clip her nails.
Doesn't she need to be like declawed?
Some people find that to be very inappropriate. I don't know.
That makes sense. That makes
I
sense.
think
I just
I
know it's a
think
thing.
I know. And she's older now. It seems like it would be even more mean. I get it. I get why people do it. I don't have any judgment. But we were clipping them and she bites so hard. We had to like stabilize her neck, just trying to chomp everybody.
See,
The
that's the kind of
noises that came
cat
out of that
that
thing sounded straight like a demon from hell.
no, that's the kind of cat that I'm not gonna say what I would like to do, but I wouldn't like to do anything besides get away from it. I'll just say that.
Also, this is not related, but is a lizard person considered an animal? Because I wouldn't mind reincarnating as one of them so I could learn their secrets.
That's scary. And I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe.
I
Do
think to wrap
lizard,
this up, I would like to say that I think I want to come back as a black bear on a national park where they can't be hunted.
but you'll have parasite
And
butt.
that's fine. I'm just going to eat
Okay.
berries and nuts and just roll around and then get really fat and then hibernate through the cold months and then get out and do it all over again. I feel like it
Okay.
sounds like a pretty chill life.
Yeah. And I'll just be in the ocean, swimming, popping up every once in a while, showing my fin to the tourists so that people can be happy and be like, look, there's a dolphin.
Oh yeah, dude, you could use your dance moves, but as dolphin moves for the dolphin tours and give everybody a free show and be their favorite dolphin.
Yeah, I'll come up and say hi and then swim away.
You know, I hadn't considered being a monkey, but I actually don't think I want to do that because of what you said about flies.
Yeah, the flies. Just,
Orangutans look like they have a pretty chill life.
is that the one with the butt?
Yeah. Maybe, okay. Final answer, panda bear.
Okay.
I'm protected. I live in a pretty neutral environment. I eat bamboo and I roll around. And I'm cute. And I'm chubby.
Yeah, I like that.
There we
I would
go.
say dolphin. Dolphin and panda.
I'm not comfortable with the fact that both of these are animals that were highly featured in Lisa Frank folders as kids.
Oh my god, you're so right. Maybe it's ingrained in our subconscious.
Gross. No offense to the Lisa Frank girls. Anyway, until next week. I love you. Bye.
Love you, bye, panda.